It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Get that bag.
Guess who's back? We're back. Surprise, surprise. Still on a quote from the great Gomer Pyle. But we're back for our Comps 101 episode number 41. About to put that in the can to try to help you guys learn how to comp some properties, where it all starts, to know if you actually have an opportunity or not to have a deal to make some money. So what's up, Jamil Dempsey?
Good to see you, Ty Taylor. Always happy to be on this show. Guys, comping, man, I'm telling you, it's the foundation of this business. If you get good at understanding how to spot value, I can tell you that you can accelerate in this business to the best. You can be the best in this business by learning how to spot value. I honestly, I don't have a lot of gifts. Okay, I've got two. My one gift is I can spot value, I can comp real dang good, and I can teach that to you. So it's not even a gift; you can learn it. And then the second gift I have is my ability to talk to people. I have conversations, meaningful conversations, and connect. That's it. Now, if you can get those two things down, you can make yourself $1 million a year business easily. So, if you would, Ty, pull up the appraisal rules.
Yes, sir. Boom.
So here's what we're looking at, guys, when we're comping houses. First and foremost, we need to make sure that we follow these rules. Why? Because these are the rules that appraisers use when they're determining value. So when we're looking at two properties and comparing them, we only want to compare two properties that are within the same subdivision, okay? So that means that you don't want to cross any major roads. If you're crossing a major road, you're very likely leaving the subdivision, so keep that in mind. Comparing two properties, they need to be about plus or minus 200, 250-ish square feet in size difference from each other. They can't be, you can't comp a house that's 800 square feet to a house that's 1,600 square feet. It doesn't work, right? So if you got 1,000 square foot property, you can use a comp that's, 800 to 1,200 square feet-ish, right? So it needs to be, the difference between the two properties needs to be no more than around 200 square feet. We only want to compare properties that are of the same property type. So if you've got a single-story property, you can only use comps that are single stories. If you've got a two-story house, you only compare that to another two-story house. You got a historic house, compare it to another historic house. You get what I'm saying, right? Same, right? Apples to apples, not apples to oranges. Now, guys, it's more important that you follow these rules and you stay within the subdivision, within the same square footage, within the same property type, than leaving a subdivision. Sometimes real estate agents that are trying to sell you on a wholesale deal, being, a good buy, they'll go and pull a comp from like 1.5 miles away. That's BS, okay? You don't want to leave the subdivision. You always want to stay within the same subdivision. Now, of course, when you're comparing two houses, they're never going to be exactly alike. Very rarely are they ever. So we need to make adjustments when there's differences, right? If I got a 3-bed, 2-bath, but my comp is a 4-bed, 2-bath, how do I adjust for that bedroom? So this is what we do. We use these adjustments here. A bedroom is worth 10 to 25K. A bathroom is worth 10K. Plus or minus. So if I'm missing a bath, I got to subtract 10K. Hope you're following there. If I've got a pool or no pool, it's plus or minus 10K. A garage, plus or minus 10K, and a carport is 5. And then, guys, if you are dealing with a property that is on a busy road, okay, so if there's traffic, if there is, it's siding traffic, or it's backing traffic, or it's fronting traffic, you need to make adjustments for that. Now, those adjustments are going to be less in smaller price points, so under 350K versus higher price points like luxury. Over 500,000, you'll be taking 10, 15, or 20% off. And then lastly, guys, if you have a basement or a guest house, an appraiser will only ever give you 50% of value. And just want to answer one thing here. Gameplay Savx, AVZX. I don't know. It's a weird YouTube name. He said, bruh, no seller trying to sell cheap. So, Ty, what do you have to say to that?
Do people die in your city? Do they get divorced? Do they lose their jobs or income? You think there's some tired landlords, people not paying them, having to evict them, tired of fixing toilets? Do you think people move? Do you think people have medical bills that they can't, compensate for through their income and insurance? Kids going off to college. Life creates motivated sellers, my man. Just because you're doing okay, everything is fine with you, and you don't have to sell a house cheap and it's not a problem for you, it doesn't mean that there are not other people out there that will. We're not here just making this up. We don't have a big conference every night and Jamil, myself, Pace, Max Maxwell, Jared Norton, Brent Daniels, Ron LeGrand. I can go on and on. This stuff we talk about it because it works. And Jamil and I, our goal is only to help you make some money.
Yep.
If it's not for you, so be it or whatever. But we're not making this stuff up is my point, my man.
I couldn't even look. I just pulled up my Slack channel. You know what Slack is, right? Slack is it's like a business tool, right? So I'm in my I just to show you guys, I couldn't make this up. Look at this, right? So just gonna go to my disposition channel here and show you our deal count as of Friday. Okay, if there's no sellers selling cheap, just look at this. As of Friday, we are at 25 deals with an average profit of $17,353. 25 people gameplay sold to us for a profit on average of $17,000 each, right? Let's do the math. 25 times 17,000. That is $425,000 in assignment fees since the 1st of November to the 14th of November. So, my brother, I gotta disagree with that. But I appreciate that you feel that way, but that's a limiting thought.
Very limited.
Yep.
Very. All right, cool. So let's comp some properties, man.
Let's comp. All right.
All right, so we're gonna go to Victorville, California. 12790 Sweetwater Drive. 12790 Sweetwater Drive. And understand, whoever the young man that said that, young person, whoever, just understand now, you have to generate a lot of leads to get to people that will do that. Now, we're not saying it's easy by no means. We're saying that it's possible, like really possible, because people are doing it all over the country or whatever, all the time, and that's part of the reason why you have to generate a certain amount of leads to get to the ones that will sell cheap. Yeah, most people are not going to sell most things not cheap enough for you to turn around and make money on them off of it. But that's why it's called sales in a sense, but that's why you have to generate a lot of leads. Don't care what it is. So, but go ahead.
Awesome. All right, so this property in Victorville, California, we got a 3-bed, 2-bath, looks like stucco tile roof, 1186 square feet. Zillow gave it his estimate of $326,000. Quick comps here. What do they say? Oh, all of these are viable. The quick comps are ranging from 275 all the way up to 375. That's a little bit bigger, but 360-ish. So possibly a 360 house. Let's see what else we can find out here. Built in 1993, sits on a 5445 square foot lot. Let's see what it's worth. All right, so here's our subject, 1186 square feet. Boom, model match. Ta-da, right down the road. Look at that. Sold in March of 2021 for how much? $275. That's still low. Let's see if we can find something higher. What do we got? We got a 365 here. Too big. Also too big. Here's a 375. Now, this looks renovated, but it's slightly too big for us, right? It's about 400 square feet too big. And that's sold at 375. So then that tells me that we're probably closer to about 325 on our property. Let's see if we can find any confirmation of that. Boom, a 360 here. Okay. That's let's look at the dollar per square foot of this. So 360 divided by 1380, it's 260 times that by what's our square footage? 1186 gets us to about 310. I think 325 is the ARV on this. Zillow was pretty bang on that, Ty.
Okay, boom.
3.25.
All right. On the ticker, I got Jamil's. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel also at Jamil Demji. All right. Says, what's up, y'all? I don't have batch leads yet. If you can help me with 5317 Lake Placid Drive, Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Okay.
Just out there, my man, last week.
How you like Dallas, Ty?
I like it. I'm excited about it. We started some marketing out there, so yeah, you know, it's top 5 cities, top 6, 7 population, that metro area.
I love Dallas. I think it's a great town.
Yeah.
Give me the address again, brother.
5317 Lake Placid Drive.
All right, we got a 1967 build, 1880 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath house sitting on a 8767 square foot lot. It does have an attached garage, no pool. What else can we see here? Possibly they got a mortgage of around 270. Let's see what it's worth. Well, Batch gave it a value estimate of 270. Sorry, no mortgage information, but Batch gave it a value estimate of 270. Get that bag. Okay, we got a 275 sale here. What else do we got? Ooh, I love this one right here. This is the comp, Ty. We got this one has a pool, but we got a 300. So you take that 10K off for the pool, that gives you a 290. Let's see if there's anything higher. I don't see anything higher.
Oh, and I think this is Joey Daniel M. He Astro.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, here's a comp. 350. But it's a little bigger. So let's see what that adjusts down to. Hold on. $160 a foot times 1880 gets us to about 300. So your ARV is 300 on this.
Okay. All right, let's go to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
Nicole V. 314 West Vernon Avenue.
West Vernon Avenue. I'm familiar with this neighborhood. This is a historic district in central Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
You can see this is a Tudor style house, which are desirable in these neighborhoods. You can see that pitch right there. Looks to be in, fairly dated condition. What else can we find out? Listed, active on the market at $595. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1288 square footer. It's been available 44 days. That's going to tell me right off the hop that what? This
is overpriced.
Yes. Now, guys, see, Fairview Historic District. So I got to stay within the historic district, okay? So now let's look at that. See what it means. Here's our subject. We have a sale a couple houses down, fully remodeled. 1950 square feet, so substantially bigger, sold at $617. Okay, so substantially bigger, 700 square foot bigger house sold at 600. So again, being listed at 600 is not right. They are overpriced, significantly overpriced. Let's see if we can find something else in that square footage range that makes sense. Okay, here's a 573. Now let's see what the condition of that 573 is. Oh, pending at 646, and it's 300 square feet bigger, but this has been remodeled to the historic. They'd like to keep these houses kind of quaint, and they like to upgrade them, but to the history of it. You know what I mean? So you can see that they've got nice flooring in here. The kitchen has updated appliances, but they keep some of this older countertops and stuff. You know, not typically my favorite, but see, that's a new kitchen. They just use an old ass countertop because they wanted to maintain the historic integrity of the house. Not my choice, but some people like it. Obviously, it's pending. So that's there. What else do we got? Ooh, a 635 at 1110 square feet. And is this remodeled? Oh, it's beautifully remodeled. Beautifully remodeled. Okay, so this tells us that square footage would sell for 635 fully remodeled. So 635 times 0.73, which is where you'd need to be. If I'm you, I would offer these guys 460. They are overpriced by over $100,000.
All right, boom. All right, let's go to Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay.
To Sevier Street.
Okay. Read it to me.
22 Sevier, Sevier.
22 Sevier Street, Asheville, North Carolina. We got a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,100 square footer, active, under contract, been available. So it's under contract, been available 104 days. When did it go under contract? Let's check that. So listed in August, and it just went pending in October 19th of 2021 at $299. Was originally listed at $340. Let's see what it's worth. All right, here's our subject. Now we're only 1,100 square feet, so I need to find something that's small as well. Ooh, there's a 325. Let's see what this is like. So there's a 325 there. It doesn't show us if it's been remodeled or not, so that's not the best, but there's a 3. Here we got a 330, okay? Now this appears to be on a hill, so I don't know if that's going to make a difference here. Oftentimes, if a hill with a view makes a difference, so I would double check on that. Here's a 365. 1085 square feet. Okay, so that pushes us up now to 365. All right. Here we got a full remodel at 385. Okay. And they did a nice job in this one. How big is our lot? Let's see. $7,000, so not as big. So I'm going to call it about a 365 ARV. Now in North Carolina, for a full gut, you probably want to be at about 50% of ARV. So if ARV is 365, and we need to be at half of that. You need to be around 190 on this deal. This guy's got this thing locked up at 299. There's no deal here.
All right, boom.
Yep.
All right, let's go to South Carolina.
Okay.
5504 Lower Richland Boulevard. 5504 Lower Richmond Boulevard.
Got it. 5504 Lower Richland Boulevard, Hopkins, South Carolina. We got a 5-bed, 2.5 bath, 1952 square footer. Looks like a substantial house. Quick comps over here. Zestimate is 130. Quick comps, number 1 has to be discounted because it's a single story. Is there any 2-story here? Not that I can see, so none of those are valuable. Single family, built in 1970. Let's check the map. You got a sale at 190 here. Now, this is a single story house, so unfortunately, we can't use it. Pooh. That's a new build, so that's not going to help us. See, can I find any 2-story comps? Are there any 2-story comps? That are not new builds? Nope. Interesting. So we're going to have to make some adjustments, guys. Because you see, we definitely have a 2-story house. There's the upstairs. So what we would do is we'd take that 190 that we had, and usually a 2-story will be at roughly 20% less than a single story. So if we have a single story here that's sold at 190, I would take 20% off of that, which would be 38K. So 190 minus 38 take me to about 152. So I'm going to call the ARV on our subject 155.
All right, boom. All right. Let's stay in South Carolina. Ashley Johnson, 2021 Fairlam Avenue. Fairlam Avenue. Fair, FAIRLAMB, as in boy.
In Columbia?
Yes.
Is it 21 or 2130?
Says 2021.
Just 20 or 2020? Sorry.
Yeah, 2021.
Okay. Got it. 2021 Fairlam Avenue, Columbia, South Carolina. It's a 3-bed, 1.5 bath, 1230 square footer. Zillow has it estimated at 102,000. Quick comps show us a 120, a 150. Let's see what the map shows us. I mean, right next door, we got a 153 and just sold too. I like using that. So we know we're at 150 through 155-ish. So let's see if we got anything better. Don't want to cross boundary. And that 150 looks to be almost as high as it gets, especially for that size. I'm going to call it there, Ty. 150 ARV.
Okay, boom. All right, let's go to Lithonia, Georgia, 6409 Phillips Place, 6409 Phillips Place. Astro Flipper, Stefan Rolex.
What up, Stefan? We got 6409 Phillips Place, Lithonia, Georgia. We got a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1387 square foot house. Zillow has it estimated at 185,000. Quick comps, what do they say? About 155. Let's see if there's anything else. That's it. So let's get to the map. That's a 2-story, so can't use it. But a 2-story will always be worth less than a single story, so that tells us that we're at least at the 160 range. We got a lot of 200s, but they're all 2-stories. So I think that's fair to say that we're worth at least 200 then, because again, we know a rancher is always worth more than a 2-story. I don't know that we're going to get any higher than that, so we'll call it there. 200, Ty, 200 ARV.
Okay, boom. All right, Mr. Dexter. In New Jersey, I don't know if this is a duplex or whatever, but we'll see. 541. I'm sorry, 541. I'm sorry, 541 South 10th Street, Newark, New Jersey. 541 South 10th Street, but he adds 541 and 545. So I don't. Let's see.
Yeah, it's got a weird address.
Okay, but that's how it is on here. Okay.
Okay, so how many bed and bath? We can't see.
Can't see it.
But it's a 2155 square footer. Zillow has it estimated at 290. Built in 1907. $56.80 square footer lot. Let's see the map. Okay. Interesting. I mean, it seems odd to me, but I thought it would be worth a lot more than what I'm going to say right now. But I mean, I'm not seeing evidence much higher. There's some sales here that they're not giving us data for, so I can't use these higher sales. If I knew what size this 425 was, that could be super helpful, but they didn't list it. But just by looking at what we've got, when was this built? Hold on. 1999. So we can't use that. It's near 2000. I think we're going to be at like 270 on this one, Ty.
Okay.
What you want to pull it up on prop and see if you get a different number?
Yeah, I just pulled it up just to sort of look at what you were looking at. All right. Okay, so let's hone in here a little bit. Got several cash transactions in here. Okay, so
While he's doing that, guys, do us a favor and hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It's super helpful. We appreciate you.
all right, let me just look at the MLS data on this and see if that'll
Okay.
help us out. All right. Okay, so we have a 1905 and then it jumps straight to 1994. So
Right?
maybe you want me to go back to the all public data or stay with this MLS stuff here?
I mean, the problem is we can't use a 1990 comp.
I know, yeah. Because this sold for $17.50, so that must just been it's a weird deal here. But you did when you done the public records, you had some cash transactions in there also. But so we'll go back to that.
Okay.
So we do have those older years. We have a 1910,
Okay.
1887.
And what do they sell at?
The 1902 sold for 5,000. 1905 sold for 339.
Okay.
A lot is smaller. The house is a little bigger. So let's just look at that one. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's look at that one.
How much bigger was it?
130 square feet.
Oh, that's not bad. So then I would call it there, Ty. I'd say 310. I'd say like 320.
Okay, cool. And that was an MLS sold property too.
Awesome.
So, and it has
Awesome.
pictures here. So, decent renovation.
Cool.
Okay, boom. So we'll roll with that. All right, cool. All right. So, who else we got? So let's go to DC.
Okay.
Probably be up in that area in first part of December. Hopefully it doesn't conflict with what we were talking about earlier. But 4011 8th Street Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20011.
All right, we've got an on-market 3-bed, 2-bath, 1748 square footer. Zillow has it estimated at $669. Okay, let's see what else we can find out here. It's been available.
Real quick, Jamil, before you go into that, just reading Deborah's comment here. With everything that's going on with Zillow estimates, why do you only use them in your examples? I think what people confuse is that Zillow, PropStream, Batch Leads, whoever, the only thing they're doing is pulling information from the courthouse, right? So it's not like they're making up these properties that have sold. They're pulling data from whatever county's courthouse, and it's only going to be as current and accurate as they make it available to the public.
Correct.
Am I right?
Yes, sir. And so, Deborah, to kind of expand on that a little bit further, Zillow's estimates are just I just use them as a benchmark. If you listen to what I'm saying Zillow has it estimated at this much. All I'm doing is forming a narrative in my mind. I'm not saying Zillow is right. I'm not saying Zillow is wrong, but it's just giving me a signpost. It's saying, look that way. That's all. That's all I'm using it for. I actually go in and look at the actual sales before I make a judgment. Yes.
Yeah, see, I guess she's confusing. We're going by the Zestimate. We're not going by the Zestimate. We're just going, Zillow is pulling the data for us to dive deeper. Like you said, now it may give us estimate, and then whenever we look at, it is sort of close. Or when we look at it, well, it's off. But ideally you're looking at the actual activity. That's what you're using any of these tools for. You want to dive into the activity, no matter what they suggest it is. as far as the value, because a lot of factors that go into it are either not included or they to include too much in some cases or whatever. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. Now, guys, this one's only been on the market 3 days, so it could be a deal. We don't know because it's been just listed, so that's good. Built in 1915, it's a townhouse. Let's see what we can find for value. We got a 1,400 square footer sold nearby at 740. That's good news. Well, what's our size again here? 1748, right? Damn, that's big. Look at this, a 950. Remodeled beautifully. I bet you some really high level lobbyist lives in this house. All right, this is our comp, right? So let's do the math. We've got 1881 square feet, 950,000 is a sale, divided by 1881. That's 505 a square foot. Okay, times that by 1748 gives us 890K for our ARV, 890. And I think that you'd be at 70% of that in Washington, D.C., which gives me this, Ty. 623,000. So it is listed at the exact price it needs to be listed at in order for this to be a deal. Go get it, baby.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, that's an agent. They've done their homework, CMA or whatever. So, boom, that's what's up.
That's a deal. That's a deal.
All right. And Tawana said, good evening, Flip Man. And Jamil, thank you for helping us. Thank you, Tawana, for joining us.
Of course.
All right. Let's go. We'll stay in that DMV area, I guess, or in that Maryland area.
Okay.
Miss Cam, 1610. Dayton Road, Hyattsville.
Dayton Road, you said?
Yeah, Dayton, like Dayton, Ohio, Dayton.
Got it.
1610.
1610 Dayton Road, Hyattsville, Maryland. We got a 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,200 square footer. Zillow gives it a estimate of 346. Okay. Looking at the quick comps here, number 2 and number 5 are viable. What does number 2 give us? Number 2, relatively same size, but it's a single story, and that sold for 300. And then number 5 is a 2-story. Ooh, it looks just like us. Look at that, except it's 400 square feet bigger. Man, it could have been the exact same house. Holy geez. And that sold for 410. So that's, that's a good sign. Let's see what it's worth. Ooh, that's our comp, Ty.
Boom.
350. 350.
330. All right. Donald Long wants us to come 4109 Meadowview, 2 words, Meadowview Drive, Oklahoma City. Meadowview.
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma City. 4109 Meadowview.
Yeah, there it is. 2-bed, 1-bath, 756 square footer. Zillow gives it his estimate of 63,500. The quick comps, number 2 and number 3 and number 4 are viable. Number 2 sold for 55. Number 3 sold. Number 3 is too big. What happened? Go back. No, 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 no. Let's see the map. Wow. What I would do is I would do an addition on this house. That's what I would do, because you can see if you add some square footage, you can get up to 275. Add about a 500 square foot addition on there, and you've got quite a house. You got quite a lift. But without it, that doesn't make any sense, Ty. You know what? That sale doesn't make any sense. Because here you got a pending at 190, and this was remodeled. So I'm going to discount that 276, guys. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I think 80K, Ty. 80K. ARV.
80 big ones, okay. All right. Miss Barbara Boggs. We're going to go to Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay.
4059 Village Drive, Fayetteville. 4059 Village Drive, Fayetteville.
Oh, and this will be our last one. We got a 3-2 1350 square footer in Fayetteville. Zillow give it his estimate of 117K. Quick comp show us higher than that, 140 possibly, 155 possibly, but let's see. There's our subject. I think you call it 155, Ty.
All right, boom. 155.
155.
All righty, guys. Just really quick, we want to hear from our sponsorers.
What's cracking? I'm Jamil Damji, and I was looking for Ask Flip Man all over the internet. I could not find this man to save my life. I was tracking him down, and then I figured out I could skip trace him. And where did I skip trace him at? Skip2flip.com. Skip2flip.com. What do you want to tell him?
He overpaid. You don't have to overpay by simply using the code FLIPMAN.
Use code FLIPMAN, guys. 15 cent skips. Skip2flip.com.
All right, boom, guys. We appreciate Jamil sharing his time with us for this episode of Comps 101, number 41. She'll be back next week. Anything you want to share, Playboy, before we get out of here?
Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Just take action and make it happen. Let's go. Make money. Make money.
Let's get it.
Flip man. It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash.